You should definitely make my chicken and noodles recipe with egg noodles if you like both chicken soup and chicken and dumplings, because this recipe combines elements from both of those dishes into creamy deliciousness. This recipe is really easy, really simple, and really quick because it only has a few ingredients. As with most of my chicken soup style recipes, my recipe starts out with some homemade chicken stock. I took 1 pound of chicken leg quarters. I took off the skin and I boiled them in some water with some carrot, onion, garlic, onion, and bay leaf. After about an hour and a half, I turned off the heat and I took out the chicken, strained the stock, and here it is the next day. Like I said, my chicken is off to the side. It's already cooked. My noodles are off to the side as well. I'm using half a pound or 225 grams, 8 ounces of just regular egg noodles. In order to make this extremely delicious, I'm going to add some garlic and onion to the broth. Here I have one somewhere between small and medium onion finely chopped, as well as one large clove of garlic. I am going to turn on the heat, bring this to a boil, and cook the garlic and onions by themselves for probably about 10 or 15 minutes. Once the garlic and onions came to a boil, I turned the heat down to medium, and they've been cooking on medium for about 10 minutes now. I did add a little bit of extra water, so to start out with, I would say 2 to 3 cups of chicken stock. I would go more towards 2 cups because you can always add more later, but you can't take away. I'll show you why in a minute. While that was boiling, I chopped the celery and the carrot, and now I am going to add that to the broth. I want my celery and carrot to be soft but not mushy. That's how I like it, so I think now is a good point to add it. I'm going to let the celery and carrot cook for about 10 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm going to take the chicken off the bone. By the time I'm done taking the chicken off the bone, it should be just about time to add it to the soup. It's been 10 minutes since I added the carrot and the celery. Just enough time to take the chicken off the bone and get ready for the next step. Like I said, I cooked 1 pound of skinless chicken leg quarters in the broth. I took it off the bone, and now I'm going to add the meat to the soup. Sometimes with chicken and noodles, I've seen people cook whole chicken legs or whole pieces of chicken. You can definitely do that, but I think that if you have chicken leg quarters, it would be kind of awkward. It would make serving difficult. So that's why I decided to take the chicken off the bone, but I tried to keep the pieces on the bigger side, just to kind of mimic the image of whole pieces of chicken. Honestly, I think taking the meat off the bone makes more sense because then you'll have some meat and some noodles in every bite, but I think this recipe is fairly flexible. Now for the noodles themselves. Like I said, half a pound, 8 ounces, 225 grams. I'm going to add that to the pot. This one. Like I said earlier, this chicken and noodles recipe combines elements of both chicken noodle soup and chicken and dumplings. It has the chicken and the noodles of chicken noodle soup, and I'm going to give it some of the creaminess of chicken and dumplings by using some evaporated milk. Here I have one 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. I am going to pour it in. I'm probably going to have to add more water. I don't think this is going to be enough liquid to cover the noodles, but my goal with this recipe is to have creaminess from the evaporated milk and then to have the starch from the noodles add to the thickness of the broth as well. So that way I can have a creamy broth without adding a lot of fat to this, because I'm trying to keep this somewhat healthy. There's my 1 can of evaporated milk. And I'm definitely going to need some more water. But since these noodles aren't going to take a long time to cook, I don't want to add a ton of liquid to this. I want the chicken pieces to be on the big side. So that's another reason why I don't want to cook this forever. Because I finished adding liquid to my chicken and noodles. I added just enough to cover the noodles. I'm going to wait for this to come back to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, I'm going to measure or time 10 minutes. It may take a little bit longer than that. I'm not quite sure. But as it cooks, I'm just going to stir occasionally and make sure that all of the noodles are constantly covered. As you can see, it has now come to a boil. I stirred it once or twice, and when it came to a boil on high, it started to rise. That's what happens when you boil milk. So I've turned it back down to low, and I'm going to set the timer now. The noodles and the chicken have been cooking on medium heat for 8.5 minutes now. I think they'll need about 10 total. So I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning. Here I have half a teaspoon each of black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, along with a 1/4 teaspoon each of poultry seasoning and salt. Basically, I'm seasoning this like I would my chicken and dumplings. I may add a bit more salt. I may take it up to half a teaspoon, but salt, like with everything else, you can always add more later, but you can't take away. I was definitely right. The noodles needed 10 minutes to get nice and soft. I actually did not add any extra liquid because I wanted to keep the broth as thick as possible. I did add an extra 1/4 teaspoon of salt and poultry seasoning, and now I'm going to add a total of a half a teaspoon each of parsley and oregano. So that's half a teaspoon for all the spices. This is now ready, so I'm going to let it cool down a bit and then serve. This chicken and noodles recipe with egg noodles was really good. And in all honesty, it was more flavorful than I was expecting. There were a few reasons why it was so full of flavor. The first being that I started this off with some homemade chicken broth. The broth was especially good because of the all-important ingredient bay leaf that added a ton of flavor. The extra fresh vegetables that I added contributed to the flavor as well, along with the evaporated milk. However, besides the chicken broth, I think that it was the spices that I added at the end, especially the parsley and oregano, that really made this chicken and noodles delicious. Chicken and noodles is usually really creamy because most recipes call for 1 or maybe 2 cans of condensed soup, such as cream of chicken or cream of mushroom. Even though my broth wasn't as thick and creamy as some other versions of this classic dish, I was okay with that because I'm almost positive that the combination of homemade low-fat chicken broth along with evaporated milk is fewer calories than condensed soup. In order to get a thicker broth when making a lower fat, lower calorie, healthier version of chicken and noodles, I think it's important to not add too much liquid. The evaporated milk, along with the starch from the egg noodles, will help to thicken the broth a bit. That's why earlier in the video I said that I was going to add just enough extra water to cover the noodles so that they're totally submerged, because excess liquid would have resulted in a runnier broth. Like I said, I was really pleased with how this turned out because when people think of chicken noodle soup, they usually don't think of adding dairy. However, I thought that the combination of the chicken, the spices, the noodles, along with the evaporated milk was actually really delicious. So, if you're in the mood for chicken noodle soup, but you want to switch it up a bit, definitely give chicken and noodles a try. I know you'll like my healthier version of a classic southern dish just as much as I did. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.